As far as new jobs go, General Allen hasn't had the easiest of starts. In the past 6 weeks, the Taliban have downed a Chinook helicopter, attacked a couple of governors' compounds, hit the British Council in Kabul, killed 12 police in Lashkar and assassinated, they claim, the mayor of Kandahar. Despite that, the commander in charge of coalition troops is confident of success.
We will prevail in this campaign because the forces are well in train and in the right combination to do that.
He was keen to stress that the campaign will succeed, and he also wanted to reassure Afghans that despite the talk of troops withdrawing, foreign commitment to Afghanistan will be around for years to come.
It is not about running for the exits. In any case, the United States on a bilateral level, NATO at a bilateral level, is in conversation with the Afghan government about the intent for a long-term strategic relationship as well.
On the topic of the Taliban, General Allen says the enemy has had to resort to high-profile attacks because they've lost so much ground on the battlefield.
The insurgents have been ejected from the population through counterinsurgency operations, through the improvement of governance and economic opportunity, through the development of the Afghan local police, through the reintegration of many of the insurgent fighters that have come off the battlefield, ultimately to rejoin their society. So I can understand that there could be a concern over these high-profile attacks. And in an insurgency that is, in fact, experiencing the difficulties that this one is experiencing, it is losing ground around the country.
In the same week that General Allen broke his silence, granting NATO TV a first interview, Taliban leader Mullah Omar has also been vocal. In his message for the Islamic celebration of Eid, he predicted victory as foreign troops begin to pull out of Afghanistan.
All across this country, Afghans are celebrating the great principles of Islam today and the next couple of days with their families to celebrate Eid. What Mullah Omar has to say in his message is about the past. It's about reasserting the Taliban ideology in this country, which was a moment of darkness in the long history of Afghanistan. So there isn't much that Mullah Omar has to say in his Eid message that deserves much attention, frankly.
When General Allen took up command 6 weeks ago, he laid down 4 priorities, one of them being to keep up the momentum of the campaign.
We are going to maintain the campaign for as long as we possibly can, until we might get a mission change or until our numbers mature to permit us to do other things. We're not running for the exit. We're going to be here for a while. We're going to work very, very hard to ensure that the Afghan National Security Forces are ready both at an institutional level, but also operationally ready as well.
General Allen has to send home more than 30,000 troops by the end of next year. Maintaining the campaign may be difficult.
Even though our numbers are coming down, we'll adapt the campaign plan to account for those diminishing numbers so that we get the most out of our combat power based on the operational environment and the mission for as long as we can.
The Afghan security forces will be looking to get as much as they can out of the next few years before their funding falls. The US-led coalition has been accused of building up an army the Afghans can't afford. General Allen doesn't think it's a concern.
In Afghanistan, there is a very comprehensive program to create within the Afghan National Security Forces supply discipline, maintenance capabilities, the ability for them to understand the responsibilities for operations and maintenance over the long period of time. It's not just about the weapons, it's not just about the radios, it's about the physical facilities as well. And we're building facilities today which fit the requirements for the Afghan National Security Forces. They're facilities that can be maintained by Afghans for long periods of time so that it is an affordable force in the end.
General Allen ended by talking about the September 11th attacks, taking the opportunity to remind people why more than 130,000 troops are in Afghanistan today.
U.S. and coalition forces ultimately and swiftly responded to that attack, ultimately threw off the Taliban darkness, if you will, that had descended on this country and permitted it to become a safe haven for the Taliban and Al-Qaeda and other terrorist organizations. The people of Afghanistan will never again be under the heel of the Taliban boot. And so out of the great darkness, frankly, of the 11th of September in 2001, while we've got work to do here still, I'm encouraged about the future.
Mel Preen in Afghanistan for the NATO channel.